would like to hear a story from you.
So you want to hear a story on what? What exactly do you want to hear a story for success, or you want to hear a story for, giving each other that due? What exactly would you like to hear, Livia?
Ma'am's motto to inspire and aspire. So the explanation of that motto in which the youth can inspire and grow to success.
All right. See, my motto for all the youth, my motto has always been live life to the fullest and aspire to inspire before you
You
expire.
expire. Yeah.
Yeah. So the words, see, the words are rhyming, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. Yes, it's
aspire.
rhyming.
Yeah. Yeah. So aspire. If I have an aspiration, if I have a dream, if I have a goal, then only I will move towards achieving that. If
Yes.
I don't have a dream, everything will be fine and I will just remain the way I am.
Mm.
So if I'm inspiring, if I want to inspire others, I have to have a dream and aspire to achieve my dream, even though in the span when I'm trying to achieve my dream, there may be sometimes there are failures, but each failure will be a stepping stone. Now, once I reach, once I reach the top, right, that is where for me, oh wow, I've reached the top. But
Yeah.
maybe for so many more, it may be an inspiration, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Uh, And that inspiration I want to leave behind when I'm no longer there in this world, so that people can actually take a cue from that and follow to achieve their dreams. Now, let me tell you a small, simple story here. See, when I was a kid and I was, in my growing up stage, that time, see, we were in Calcutta.
Okay.
Now, being in Calcutta till date, they start Hindi after class one, right? And
Yeah.
different regions, see, different regions, we have a different system, a different board system. So somewhere
Okay.
there's CBSE, somewhere, there may be their own board, like a Maharashtra board or
Oh,
a,
okay.
UP
Yeah.
board. So
Yeah.
when we shifted, my dad is from the armed forces. So every 6 months or a year, we would shift.
Yeah.
Now, see, that has played a very important role because I'm very flexible. I adapt very fast, to people and surroundings. But, being a small child, when we shifted from Calcutta to a place called Kota in Rajasthan. Now, Rajasthan, they start Hindi from nursery class. So by the time they are in class one, they form sentences and they can write, things. Now here, of course, I cleared my entrance exam and I got into, but, as I had joined after a month, we had a exam. And can you believe in that exam, I got a very big zero. So other subjects I did very well. Other subjects I did very well. But Hindi, I got a zero because I did not know what Hindi was.
Okay.
Right. Now,
Uh-huh.
here, when I came back home, I was very upset. I was very
Mm.
upset, and I didn't know what to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
First, I hid behind, the sofa, trying to, just hide my mark sheet or my paper. But then I suddenly realized, that's not the solution. Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, I went to my mother. I very
Mhm.
sheepishly went to my mother and showed her. So, she looked at that and she was very amused. She laughed. When she laughed, I just got some, ounce of confidence that
Yeah.
maybe it's not as bad as, I'm
I
thinking.
think. Yeah.
Yeah. So, she said, what happened? I said, I did not know. I did not understand anything. So she says, okay, don't worry. Don't worry. You come and sit with me. And I know in others you've got good marks, but because of this big zero, you know, uh, I'm sure, it is very disheartening. So now, I looked at her. I didn't know कि क्या बोलना चाहिए. I just didn't know. So here she comes in. She says, "Okay, don't worry. We will go to your principal and I will talk to her." So the next day, both of us went, and she told the principal that, of course, I'll take her classes for Hindi, and I'm sure, she will definitely, get the highest marks in the finals. And believe you me, I have never been so scared in life. A person who's got zero, the mother is going and telling the principal that, oh, final exams, she will top the class. And uh, so, here, my principal said, I'm amazed that the mother has so much of confidence.
Confidence, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, she also prepped me up and we came back home. So my mother just gave me, she gave me two things to remember for my life and that are ingrained in me. She said, first thing she said is, you have to be confidence. Your confidence, has to be so much that, you should believe in your own self. First principle, you believe in yourself that you will be able to do good. You will be able to achieve. So
Yeah.
that was the first principle I actually, you know, imbibe by in everything I do.
Okay.
And
Mm.
secondly, she said to me, even if, in the exams before the finals, you are not able to do so well, you can still improve on it. So never lose heart, never lose hope. Whenever you feel that, you have not given your best, try to put in your best and you see the results.
That's not the end.
That's not the end. And that is where, I would say that, this accelerated my growth. And
Mhm.
I was able to live up to her expectation. And that is something, which started the stepping stone for success in my life. So that is where I became unstoppable because she tutored me towards the right path. She could have said, she could have given me a scolding. She could have said, I don't know anything.
Obviously.
And but then, that is where it shaped me to be who I am today. Then,
Mhm.
Lilia, if I take it forward, I can tell you another story, a small story. I will not add too many words. But, see, like I have done my genetics, right? I
Yeah.
have done my
Yes.
microbiology. But
Yes.
honestly, today what I am doing is very different to
Different.
genetic or microbiology.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
something to do with machinery, it is something to do with telecom, it is
Yeah.
something to do with interiors and other things.
Yes.
So here I tell the youth, study, give in your best, keep up your focus, but you never know. So it is nothing like I have to come first. It is not that. The story I told you earlier is not that you have to come first. It is
Yeah.
to
How to
believe in yourself.
believe? Yeah.
Yes. To
Yes.
believe in yourself and work towards your dreams. If I
Yes.
sat behind and I did nothing, I wouldn't have been able to realize that I can do it.
Yeah.
And secondly, we don't know what destiny has in store for us. Now,
Yes.
when I say destiny, I don't mean that you sit down, you open your books, and you think, oh, wow, destiny writes, I will be Prime Minister of India, but I'm sitting. No, no, you will go nowhere. Right? So
Yeah.
destiny is if you are working hard,
Yeah.
automatically,
Yeah.
automatically things will start falling in place. Right?
Yes.
So for the
Yes.
youth, my message to the youth is, yes, you have to have an aspiration.
Yes. Mm.
If you have an aspiration, you will study, you will work towards it, and in the years, see, each one of us have different sets. Like, see, I'm today at an age when I can, tell my youth this. But
Yes.
when I was growing up, if I didn't have this aspiration, I wouldn't have been here today,
Mhm.
right? So
Yeah.
so aspire, have a goal, enjoy your journey,
Yeah.
enjoy your journey
To
of
bring,
studying.
yeah, to bring the
Yes,
best out of a person.
yes, unless
Yes.
and until you enjoy also. So should
Yeah.
have a very good balance in, enjoyment as
Yeah.
well as giving your best to make your future bright.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy with, when you say South, whenever I meet people from the South, I'm so impressed, believe you me, because each one of them is focused, each one of them has a goal, and it aspires. And I'm sure even I mean, it is a now changing world, so everybody, the country as per se is changing towards this, that
Yeah.
you should have a goal, lose heart, never lose hope.
Yeah. And
There is always a silver lining at the end of it, isn't it? Like I
yes.
say, after every beautiful night, after every sunset, there's a beautiful morning, there is a beautiful sunrise. So never
Yes.
lose heart, never lose hope. Even if there are failures, you will succeed for sure. So
Yeah.
aspire, inspire before
You
you leave the
expect.
world.
Yeah. Yeah, and also, ma'am, I think South Indians, from the time we are born, I think we are exposed to so much criticism. Maybe because of
No,
that, people are more focused, and I think so. I just made a
no, no.
comment.
Why do you say South Indians are exposed to criticism, if I may ask you?
I think because most of the people are a little more judgmental than North Indians, is what I think. It's my personal opinion.
Uh, you know what? See, it is not, north or south. I
I
believe.
think our chief guest Umman sir could say about this even more because he is also from Kerala.
So yeah, he can put some light. He can put some light on this. It will be nice to have his, inputs on this particular field.
I think Lelia is somewhere went wrong in that particular aspect.
Okay.
Okay, everybody who are brought to the limelight, we feel that they are focused. It's not like that. Everybody is focused, but they don't have an opportunity. They don't have an opportunity to express. That is what exactly it is. Very little people get an opportunity. I don't know how many minutes you allow me now, Lelia. I take, I'm a
You,
talkative person.
that's okay. You can talk
Yeah.
up to
So
3 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'll just come to my what I was thinking when Dr. Manisha was talking about so many things were going
Yeah.
inside in my mind. Whoever coined that slogan, aspire, inspire, I add one more into it, prosper and expire. I add that to that. When I look at it, I think Dr. Manisha was talking something about the dreaming, how to dream. That was some area she was talking about.
Yes.
A few
Yeah.
months back, I had a book written by Carolina Marian de Jesus. She's from Brazil. Why
Okay.
it become one of the best books I ever read. It's not. I cannot call it as a book. Also, it's a scattered diary, a chronicle, something like a chronicle. The specialty of that lady is that she did only third standard. So she studied up to
Okay.
third standard. She says rag picker, married thrice, got 3 children.
Hmm.
She was she lived in Sao Paulo, Brazil. One day, while picking the rag, he met with a boy. He met a boy, small boy of her son's age. So he found a piece of chicken leg in 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 the along with the rag. As I say that, why I suddenly thought about it while reading Manisha's
Yes.
book. She
Yes.
said about a
What
boy
you
who
meant.
ran after a piece of banana.
Yeah.
I was
It was my
then,
next
then
question.
itself it came to my mind. A boy in India ran after that piece of banana, but a boy in Brazil, those days their GDP rate is more than 28%. Those days, a rag picker, a boy ran after a piece of chicken, and she has been cautioned by Carolina saying that this particular is harmful if you take because it is rotten.
Yeah.
In spite, because of hungry, this boy had that
Okay.
piece of chicken leg, and next
Yes.
day morning they were sleeping in the open side footpath and all. Then next day morning, Carolina found that this boy dead,
Okay.
sleeping dead on her side.
Okay.
She
So sad.
was so stunned about this. What is happening with me?
No.
And one very specific thing is she mentions in her chronicle that they were not these rack pickers. They were exploited by the people who purchase these racks. They don't know how to calculate. How to calculate? They don't know. So simply, so her dream was, why don't you make the children to calculate and dream about a clean linen and a four wall where they can sleep comfortably is linen and four wall and a neat bathroom. This is such a small dream. No, what is such a small dream? She started working on it. She started teaching them. Mind you, a third standard lady with 3 boys in 3 marriages, she started teaching these boys how to calculate. started teaching them how to write the alphabet. They started teaching her after all the crowd. Busy day at night, midnight, under the lamppost. She started teaching them, and she all of a sudden, I think in 1962, it came to the. Then onwards she was writing on a piece of paper, rag papers, whatever she picks. She don't have a book. She was writing it on a piece of paper and collecting it, kept it compiled, and she showed one day she met a reporter, Washington Post reporter, and she said, "Will you be able to write this, publish these things for me?" Then he said, "What is this? This is not even a sentence. You don't even know how to write, construct a sentence, but you want me to publish this? How can I do that?" She said, "That is, I don't know how to how to structure a sentence. That is why I came to you. Help me out." Conclusion is this. Fine morning, this has been published in Washington Post. John F. Kennedy came to notice this article, and very next week, one person from John F. Kennedy came to his shackle. She has been taken to New York. She didn't do much. She made the small boys to dream about a small world, very small world. So dreaming, it's a bigger or a small. Dream is always a dream. When it comes true, there lies the point. When it comes, how you are making to achieve your dream.
Yeah.
In a very small way, a rag picker with an education of third standard, she started teaching them how to calculate multiplication or additions. They made, she taught them, and again, they made them to dream, not big dreams.
Yeah.
But she was very focused, very focused.
Yes.
That is what I wanted to tell. You talked about the focus of
Yes.
South Indians. It's not like
Yes,
that.
yes.
You go to the villages of South India, you can find the people, the girls, the women who don't even know how to write their names. And there is a tradition. There is a tradition that when a woman is born to a family, they put a rice or paddy into the mouth and make sure that the girl is dead. That kind of, even now it is happening in South India. So we cannot be so proud about South India. We are focused. We are not focused. Like any other part of this country, we are not focused.
Yeah, I was saying that the mentality of South Indians they are more judgmental, and there is a criticizing mentality.
It is not the mentality, that judgmental thing is because of their attitude.
Yeah.
The attitude
More
is
than
not
North Indians, is what I
they
said.
think so much of themselves, especially we Keralites. We think so much of ourselves.
Okay.
My foot, it's not like that.
Okay.
Everybody has got everybody is focused. Those who are aware, whether he is a, I very recently again I happen to read. I am talking so much of telling so much of stories. I'm sorry. Very recently I happened to read a book. Again, it says about the beggar who was sitting in front of a temple.
Okay.
When fine evening, a boy came to him. He wanted to know, where can I have food? Then he said, this is 8:30 p.m., so you go to this temple.
Okay.
He went over there and he had the food.
Okay.
He had the food from that temple. Next day also he was asking this person, this beggar, where can I have? He said. So one day he asked, how come you know all this? How do you know all this? Then the beggar showed him a small diary which has got all the datas of the temples, where you can food, at what time, what do they get, all the datas are there.
Yeah.
The data is power. That is the knowledge is power. You cannot be, you cannot say that he is not focused. He is focused. That is why he had the data.
Yeah, obviously.
So you cannot underestimate anybody.
Yeah.
Everybody has got the data and information as much as they want. The beggar needs data about where he gets food. I may need where my data will be how many companies are there and from where I can get a consultation.
Yes,
And
according to the
Dr. Manisha will be
requirements.
thinking in the same way. Where
Yes,
can I get a consultation? Alfonso will be thinking in her education line. That doesn't mean that we are not focused or we are not aware about other sides. We are,
yeah,
we are, but we take what we need.
yes, yes.
We
No,
take what we
The
need.
requirements.
That's
Yeah,
it.
more to what sir is saying. First of all, I feel that it is the judgmental or the criticism part is a very
yes.
basic nature of human beings,
Human
irrespective
beings.
of the
Yeah,
region,
yeah.
irrespective of the region.
Mm.
Now, here, like Oman sir said, we must educate the girls, especially
Yeah,
in the rural parts, whether it is South India, East India, any part, North India,
yeah.
because unless and until we do that, we will not change, the thought process. Unless and until we give our children, our girls, the opportunity to grow, to become something, we will not bring about the change, and the judgmental part or the criticism will carry on. For that, we have to be a voice.